All right. Ladies and gentlemen, please continue coming on in, grab a seat. Plenty of seats still left. We have some open seats right here on your left side down front. A couple more on here, but go ahead and find a seat. We'll get started here in just a moment. Starts, that's what people just do. She'll give out the next one.
So one thing we learned is, did you pull that item out of your list, out of your wheel? The
Indiana and Kong, yeah. I don't have a wheel anymore. It's all you.
No, the items.
Oh, yes.
Did you pull the lorry?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think if Matt's playing that one, it won't update. Sorry, Matt. You're not playing it.
If the lorry comes up,
just no.
Holler at me. Yeah. Do a holler and go whoa, something. Make it interrupt. And we'll spin it again.
Perfect. That's the way we do this.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2023 ACCT Conference Awards Dinner. We're going to go ahead and get started. And I appreciate you getting a little quieter there. That was good. Give a quick nod and wink to your neighbor. Enjoy your salad, but we're going to go ahead and begin with the program. So the first thing I would like to do tonight is say I had a really great time at this conference. And if you did too, let's hear it for the, yeah. I mean, I know it took a lot of people to put on a production like this, and throughout the night, we're going to be thanking some folks. And one of the great things about this closing dinner is that it's an opportunity to thank people, acknowledge their contributions, and then also give out some awards for work that's done throughout the year. But I do especially want to make a really clear thank you to all the people that put on presentations, because without them, there wasn't much point of being here. So if you were a presenter, pull your napkin aside, stand up, let us see you, and let us thank you publicly and out loud. I love that. As a percentage of the room, it was probably like a quarter or a third of the people. I mean, it's kind of incredible how many people give of their time thinking of presentations, putting the work into making the presentation, and then finally on the day of delivering the presentation. It was really fantastic. So thank you to those presenters. We also had 2 receptions. That was kind of great in the expo hall. That was pretty fun. We had also the one that was afterwards, the after party that was at the Spirit of 77 or Spirit of 76. 77, that's right. We also had the Olympics last night, which was pretty exciting, and the cable whip, which is always a fan favorite. So that was really great. And I do also want to thank all the vendors that got a booth and made that vendor hall what it was. So that's really great. One of the other things that we're doing here is we still have a chance right now on your phone to go to linktree.com/actinfo and get a raffle ticket throughout the night here. We're going to be spinning the wheel of names, and you can win some of the raffle items. So if you'd like to do that, break out your phone, linktree.com/actinfo, get a raffle ticket right now. That's going to close here in just a few minutes during the Where Are You Wednesday slideshow. So do that now. Get those raffle tickets so Rob can put your name on the wheel. I also want to say that the conference work group, each time we come to a new city, we like to leave something behind, more than just memories, some actual impact. And this year a charity was chosen. It's basically the Oregon Food Bank. And so what we're asking everybody to do is buy a beer, so to speak, for the Oregon Food Bank. Beers here are about $10. I will not be embarrassed to say that the CEO of Hyatt's doing just fine. He doesn't need an extra beer bought by you, but the folks at the Oregon Food Bank could sure use $10 to provide 30 meals to the folks that live in this city that need our help. So if you could do that, again, linktree.com/actinfo. And to learn a little bit more about where that's actually going, we have a little slide, a video of those folks telling us what they do with that money.
860,000 people in Oregon and Southwest Washington access food from one of the 1,400 food sites that are associated with the Oregon Food Bank Network. We're sitting in the statewide headquarters for Oregon Food Bank. It is the regional food bank for Multnomah and Clackamas counties. This is also the statewide warehouse. So food comes in by the truckload and gets split 21 ways. We are unique in that we are statewide and that we are organized as a network that has existed for 40 years now, very collaborative and lots of local leadership.
It's really incredible to be connected to the community in this way. Food is a universal language.
Having the ability to be part of Oregon Food Bank communities means giving back to the community. I see that Oregon Food Bank help a lot of people, especially providing food to the community of color.
When I was growing up, I had a lot of friends personally who got food from Oregon Food Bank, an organization that actually has actionable results and helps a lot of people.
I used to think that we could solve this problem with enough food. And now I know that's not the fundamental problem, because on the day when we distribute enough food, we'll have to do the same thing the next day and the next day and the next day. We're working on the root causes of hunger so that we are not just about getting people food today, but we're about putting ourselves out of business and creating a world in which hunger never happens.
So if you have it in your heart and you have it in your budget to make a donation, go ahead and just go to that linktree.com/actinfo. Maybe give them $5, $10, even $1 is going to be enough to help give a nice hand up. Also, while we're here and we're on the Linktree, if you're not following us yet on Facebook or the Instagram, it's a good place to get lots of information that you might not get otherwise. And if you follow us and like us, you'll tend to beat the algorithm a little bit and be able to see that a little more often, get a little bit more information about what we're doing throughout the year and not just during conference time. So that would be great. So now you got three things on the link tree. You're buying a raffle ticket. You're making a donation to the Oregon Food Bank. You're liking us on the Facebook and the Instagram. And one of the other great reasons why you're on the Facebook is because you want to see the Where Are You Wednesday every Wednesday and see what people in the industry are doing. And more importantly, we'd love it if you upload a picture. Every Wednesday, or nearly every Wednesday, we run this little contest. You upload a picture of wherever you are. It could be hanging in a tree. It could be hanging off a pole. It could be in the office. Doesn't matter. Just a fun little picture. And we collected all those pictures from the entire year and made a little slideshow. So go ahead, eat, enjoy, and we'll watch this video of the Where Are You Wednesday winners. So it looks pretty fun. People in this industry seem to have a good time on Wednesdays. I suspect all the other days of the week too, but that's what we take is the Wednesday picture. So if you're following us on Facebook next Wednesday, and from here on out, snap a picture and post it there. Just a fun way to share what you're doing in the industry and for us to see other folks and stay connected throughout the year instead of just this one time that we're all together in the room. Now, one of the things that I think is always fun is we're going to be doing a spin the wheel drawing for the raffle tickets here in a few minutes. But before that, we do have our first awards. And I'm going to invite Eric, Josh, and Brenda up here to announce the Olympics winner, the ACT Olympics champions. Got it. I did. Yeah. Oh gosh.
So Brenda just got her food and she goes, I'm not going up there. True story.
True story. Come on, Brenda. Yeah, you. We're a team.
All right, let's give the reward.
All right. Got him? Got him. Okay. Wow, that was a good year this year, Josh. What'd you think?
Yeah, pretty good year. We had a few teams that weren't quite doing things properly. We had to address that and had to deduct points of. Oh Lord!
Oh, here she is. I knew she'd show up.
Oh gosh.
How you doing, Brenda?
Great, guys.
How does it feel to be back? I mean, it was a long hiatus.
It was. Let's
Yeah.
get to the point.
Do you want to tell us why you were
Our
banned
chicken's
for so
getting
many
cold.
years?
Gone. Band. Big time.
Band, big band. All right. So that was amazing cable whip activity this year. Did you notice that?
Ooh,
Well, no carpet helped.
The no carpet help. Are you blaming the no carpet for the quality? I was just. What? Which microphone? This one? Can you hear me now?
Sounds like this is a job for me. All right.
All right, we got this.
Let me just tell you, I know who whipped that cable better than Billy Simpson. I mean,
It was Justin.
Justin.
Justin. Wow, he was impressive this year. I think he said that was a good one. Let's give it up for Justin, the cable whip. Oh, impressive. Huh. All right, should we get on with it?
Yep.
You probably don't want to, but these people would like us to. I'm sure of that. All right, third place, we have
Team Meh.
the green team.
Yeah.
Meh. Come on up here, bring your team. You got awards to get. You got to come get your stuff. Very important stuff. All right, you guys got this? Leave me on my own. I'll again. There we go. All right, we got green team coming up. Good. Anybody? I guess they're not here. I don't know about that. There we are. Just one representative from the green team is here tonight. Mr. Jason Asher, right on. All right, second place would have been a lot higher, but they had a little problem early on. Justin Time. There you go. That cable whipping pulled it out at the end. Nice job, Justin. Hey, Justin, is it true that is really your first time whipping that cable? Wow, that's impressive. Imagine what he's going to be. I saw that he was actually signing up for a seminar with Billy Simpson on cable whipping for next year. 3, 2. I guess that leaves us with team number 1. You're all waiting to find out this one. This is actually our first team that signed up, as I recall. This is Team, the orange team, the grand winners. Come on up here and get your gold medal piece of wood. Welcome to Oregon. All right, well, that concludes my duties, so I can go to bed. That was 2023's Builders Olympics, also known as the ACCT Olympics, and we will see you all next year for our Oklahoma themed. Yay!
All right, very exciting. It's fun to win a high quality 14 karat gold medal, but made of wood. But we do have some real prizes here. So if you had a raffle ticket, we're going to bring up the spinny wheel of names and prizes and see who won the first raffle. Gentlemen, who is it? A debriefing thumb ball will be the prize, but who will be the winner? We are still working on names. Loading. While we're waiting on that name, forever, who's going to win that? Are we back to me? Let's go ahead and thank all of our sponsors for doing all they do to help us, particularly these silver sponsors. We really do appreciate those silver sponsors. It takes a lot to put on this conference, and that financial help makes a big difference. But there were also some other sponsors that did some of the other things. They weren't silver sponsors, but we do definitely want to thank them as well for all they provided. All right, so thank you to those folks. We sure do appreciate that additional sponsorship. And again, I made a promise that I would thank these folks sufficiently, and thanking them just once doesn't seem to be enough in my book for all that they put in throughout the year to make this happen. So again, let's hear it for the folks that presented at this conference. So we've got sponsors, we've got presenters, we've got attendees, but we also have the ACT staff. And so I just want to acknowledge some of those folks and invite Heather Brooks, the program manager, up here to the stage to continue on with our next part of the presentation. Please welcome Heather.
Good evening. Okay, I am going to try my hardest to get through this without squeaking. I feel like I've presented quite a bit. I'm losing my voice, so I'm going to try. As a part of programs, there are 3 individuals that I personally get to work with that really help and benefit the vendor accreditation program. And these 3, I could not ask for a better team. So I'm just going to introduce to you Charles Peterson, Micah Henderson, and John JT Turman. Yeah. Okay, and then to come up here and introduce the rest of us, we're gonna have our executive director, Bill Zimmerman, to come on up.
Good evening, everyone. First, I want to say thank you for welcoming me to your conference. I saw a lot of familiar faces from many years back, and it was really gratifying to get reacquainted. And I met a lot of new folks too. So if you came up and introduced yourself and we got a chance to chat, I really appreciate that, because it was wonderful for me to meet you and find out a little bit more about what you do. But I have a team of my own that I lean on a lot, and I would not be able to do this job without them. And I would like them to stand up and be recognized. Heather Brooks, Melissa Webb, John Boatman. These fine people work really, really hard, and I am super impressed. They're wonderful people. I enjoy working with them very much. Their work ethic is amazing. They're really experts at their jobs. So thank you all very much. I deeply appreciate what you do for the association. And Heather, are you coming back? I lost my place. Melissa. Ah. I also want to say thank you, and I've had some nice meetings with committee members, ACCT committee members. So if you serve on a committee in ACCT, please stand up. You have little ribbons. Stand up for a moment, be recognized. There are a lot of you. There are a lot of committees. When I was speaking with Carson Rivers and the board, one of the things I noted was the amount of work, really important work and deep work that volunteers do for this association. It's really impressive. So thank you, committee members, for everything that you do on behalf of the association. Melissa?
Good evening. I would like to just ask if we could kind of quiet the room a little bit. I appreciate that y'all are enjoying one another's company, but we're getting a little rowdy in here like we do sometimes, and this stuff is pretty important. Thank you. So as y'all know, I get to work with some really amazing people this year, but I also get to learn from a lot of, or we all get to learn from a lot of you in our community throughout this conference as you work towards your continuing education and your professional development. So I'd like to once again thank all of our presenters who have given their time during this conference to share your knowledge with our community. I'd also like to thank all of our sponsors and our exhibitors. You guys are sort of the heartbeat of the show, and that's where a lot of the networking happens, and we really appreciate your support every single year for coming and joining us here and providing such a wonderful opportunity for our community to learn about new products and services within our industry. So I'd like anybody who has served as a yellow hat at this conference in Portland to please stand up for a minute. So folks, I think when we had our service crew orientation on Wednesday at about 2:15, you were probably starting to hear a lot of thanks and praise, and you guys are, if you weren't a part of a yellow hat before, kind of like, what the heck is this all about? Why are these people giving us so much love? We've just started. I think now you understand why you're getting the love and support from this community for all that you guys have done throughout this week. If you served as a yellow hat in the past, obviously that's how a lot of people get connected within this community. So I encourage yellow hats to stick together. Once you're a part of us, you're always a part of us. You're always welcome back, but definitely kind of help continue to mentor those folks that are just coming into this group. So if you've been a part of that community in any way, you saw somebody standing that is here this week, I encourage you to continue to foster those relationships and build that community even more. All right, this is sort of the tricky part for me, but also the easy part for me. I get to work with a lot of amazing people throughout the year, but there's a smaller group of people that I get to meet with every 2 weeks for hour to 2 hours every Monday at 9 o'clock. We set our schedule pretty far out, and we all decided on what time of the week, what day of the week worked best for us. And while many of us agreed that we wouldn't really want to kick off our work week with a meeting, we also agreed that we would love to kick off our work week with each other. So our meetings are at 9 a.m. on Monday mornings, twice a month, and it really helps all of us, I think, continue to have an amazing week after we get to spend time together. So I have kind of a tricky situation I'm in this year because I'm losing a lot of amazing people on this team. Some of them who have been a part of this community, but also a part of Yellow Hats and a part of my work group for decades, a long time. So there's a lot of transition going on within our little group, but we made the best of it and we've enjoyed every minute of it. And it's not goodbye, it's see you later. And you're always welcome back as a yellow hat, even if you're not a part of the work group or even just as an attendee. So first I'd like to recognize my digital coordinator, Tyler Quackenbush. Tyler and I get to work closely on building out the app. She kind of helps lead the photography team at the conference and assists with website stuff and a bunch of other digital type things throughout the year. Next, I'd like to recognize my exhibit hall liaisons, Jessica Bird Brown, Alex Dolianides. Thank you, guys. My workshop coordinators, I get to meet with these guys every single week. So for those of you who wonder why the call for presenter deadline, which it's open, by the way. So if you're interested in presenting next year, here's your plug. For all of you who wonder why the call for presenter deadline is all the way in May, is because I have an amazing group of volunteers that get to help kind of organize all of those pieces. There's lots and lots of things that have to be organized and strategically scheduled, and all of your own requests for where you guys want to be if you're presenters throughout the weekend, making sure you get to be where you want to be. But those folks they're amazing, and I get to spend a lot of time on calls with them. Alexis Webb-Bechtold. Elizabeth Anderson. Elizabeth is one of our members who is rolling off this year, unfortunately, and we got very, very close during the virtual conference. She kind of helped save the day many days. Laura Kreuter. Mike Dill. And Courtney Turilli. She joined our team this year and has been an absolute rock star. It's great to have you with us, Courtney. Next, I'd like to acknowledge my registration coordinator, Misty Ibarra. Misty unfortunately was not able to join us this year for conference. She ended up having to have an emergency procedure. So I next want to thank my special projects team, Rob Armstrong and Jason Rose, who stepped in and filled in all those gaps during the week to help cover for that area. Rob is also another part of our team who unfortunately has finished his term with us, and Rob has been a part of this community for as long as I can remember. He's been a part of every conference I've been to. I got to serve with him as a yellow hat and have had a lot of amazing years with him as a work group member, and he's going to be missed, and that's an understatement. So we gave a huge shout out for all those yellow hats, but behind those yellow hats are some amazing leaders who make all of this happen when we're on site. There are many, many things, which I learned very quickly this year because I don't spend a whole lot of time at registration. And I learned real quickly why, because I learned a whole lot more about all that's going on that they buffer for me. They're amazing, they're wonderful, and I don't know what I'd do without you guys. Karina Surface. And Lee Caruth. This person isn't necessarily a part of our work group, but is a huge, huge support to me. I recognized her last year, providing her a community service award for all of the things that she has helped support our workshop crew with. Leslie Soul. Thank you, Leslie, for your help with the workshop review task force. Yes, I hope so. Unfortunately, none of these individuals are here tonight, but they are my support every week. And throughout this, I've had the pleasure of working closely with these folks for several years now. And they help us with building out a registration site, liaising with our show decorator. There's just so many little things that they help kind of fill in the gaps for, because I've got my hands in the weeds with a lot of the details. My support partners from HPN, Alicia Riddle, who assisted with the show decorator this year, Angie Spearman, who assisted with the exhibitor sponsor registration side of things. Guys, can we please quiet? I don't love doing this thing. So can we please respect that some people aren't comfortable up here and be respectful of what's going on in the room? Thank you. Angie Spearman assisted us with exhibitor sponsor registration side of things, helped build out the registration sites. And then Laura Pertzer assisted us with a lot of the attendee side of things. And Kristen Vines helps us with site selection, and they're very supportive of me. And fortunately, they're not here tonight, but I want to make sure they're recognized. And the last group of folks that I would like to acknowledge, they're not necessarily people I get to work with all the time, but I had the pleasure of working pretty closely with several of them in a very different capacity because we were in their hometown. I'd love to thank the Synergo folks for all your support bringing this to Portland. Thank you, guys. All right, I'd like to ask the rest of the ACT staff to come up here so we can do the presentation of the Community Service Awards.
Hello. Community Service Award is a very special award to us. It's the staff chosen award. It's the award that we give volunteers who've gone above and beyond in our eyes, who've really made our lives easier. It's been around since 2016. I'm proud to say that I once received one of these awards back in the day, and it's a special award to me because it was I don't know, it was just nice to be recognized. I'm going to turn it over to Heather, who works with the most volunteers out of all of us, and let her talk about what it means to her.
Sorry, I keep having to adjust this. Okay, so before I get into the award specifically, I do want to say that volunteering is not always easy. It is not always glamorous. It is time consuming. It is emotional. And it is also a second job for some people. But I do want all of you to know, all the volunteers to know, that we see you and we see the work that you do and the dedication that you have brought to this association. And none of us standing up here would be able to do our jobs if it were not for you. This last year has been challenging. But when we are faced with challenges, we learn. When we learn, we grow, and then we create change. And when there is enough change, there is a shift, and that shift is from struggling to strength. And a strength in community, and that leads to strength in the association. I say every year that I work with some of the most amazing individuals in this industry, and my message this year is not going to be any different. I work with some of the most passionate, empowering individuals, and I am always happy to welcome more to our team. There are 3 individuals, however, this year that have gone further than I could ever ask any volunteer to go. Together, we pushed each other, and at times, sorry, I lost my spot. Okay. We pushed each other, and at times we wanted to tap out. At times we were angry with each other, but we also turned around and then encouraged each other. We bonded, and you better believe we refused to take no for an answer. These 3 put their passion and sweat into the vendor accreditation design task force. And I am not sure how I would have made it throughout the year without these three. Micah Henderson, Alicia Burke, and Niels Damon have been my strength. These three have been my strength, and I hope that I have contributed to strengthen you three as well. Thank you.
Can we shake hands? Hey, thanks, Heather. I want to do it serious. Can we do it together? Yes. Yeah. Come on, come in. Just come in. Over here. Leave Heather in the middle. Yes.
Okay, we're going to ask Carson to come up here and introduce the board.
Good evening. I'll ask for a couple of things. One is just a continued calls for respect and attention. I really appreciate everybody's time with that. And also just want to echo all the appreciation for all the volunteers within the association, the committees, task forces, panels, the folks who hang out on the affinity groups and keep the conversations moving. It's just it's an amazing community to be a part of. I really appreciate everyone's contributions to that. I've got a small group of volunteers that I get to work with very closely all year. I've spent hours and hours and hours and hours and hours with this group. And like Heather said, sometimes we argue and sometimes we celebrate, and there's probably been some tears in there and a few other emotions here and there, right? But I really do appreciate all that they give to the association and leadership. Those of you who've been on the board of directors know how much that takes out of you mentally, emotionally, and how much you give. So I appreciate that group. I want to call everybody kind of to come up with me and just join me on stage and be recognized. I'll start. Again, I'm Carson Rivers, our vice chair, Rohan Shahani, our secretary, Corey Hampton, our treasurer, Eric Martyr, and our members at large, Billy Simpson, Jason Ong, Connor James, Bama Nazarm, Keith Jacobs, I got everybody right. That's 9 of us. I think I did it. All right. If y'all would, another round of applause for this group of folks. So this group has been together for all this year. Every year we have elections, as you're aware, and some leave us, some join us. And this year I want to recognize a couple specific folks that are ending their term. And first I'm going to recognize Keith Jacobs.
Oh. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Keith is completing his 3rd year this time around on the board. Those who've been around know Keith served on the board for quite some time in the past as well, but we appreciate his service over the last 3 years. Next up, this is a little bit harder because Bama Nazarm, we joined the board together 6 years ago at the same time. So my entire time on the board, Bauman's always been there in the room, and I don't know what the board's like without Bauman. So I'm gonna miss joining us, joining these calls with you, Bauman. Come on over. The other one that's leaving is me. So I'll give myself I'll give myself a plaque or something here in a minute. But I just want to take a moment to thank everybody in the community just for the opportunity to have served, both in the board in general and as your chair for the last 3 years. It's been a huge part of my life and very meaningful, very rewarding, and also very frustrating, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. We've had some wins, some losses, but I know you lose 100% of the games you don't play in. So I'm just proud to have been here and been a part of it. So thank you.
And just one more time, we want to take a few minutes or a loud, resounding round of applause to recognize our outgoing chair, Carson Rivers, please.
All right, so before I let these folks head out, I want to recognize a few folks that are going to be joining the board. Okay, so you know who's leaving. Let's talk about who's coming to join. So we had 3 seats elected this year, 2 from the PVM category. That's Kennerly DeForest. I want to make you come over here. Come on. And Mike Smith is also elected by the PVMs. There you go. There you go. Oh, don't leave me hanging, man. Don't leave me hanging. Up top. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, there you go. Don't do me like that on the stage, y'all. And last but certainly not least, we're looking forward to Leslie Soul joining us as well. Elected by the general membership category. Oh, you got to do the whole thing and the. Oops, got a little ahead of myself. Pressed a button in my excitement. Sorry. All right, one more round of applause for all these folks. All right, you all are dismissed. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Billy. What's that? Yeah. We appreciate all the folks that ran for the board of directors this year. We had Olivia Stretch Rowland also ran this year. Always, it certainly takes a lot of courage to put yourself out there. I hope you'll continue to do that. Hope you'll find another place in the community to give of your willingness and your talents. Thank you so much. I've got one more kind of thing I get to present here. There's a group we work very closely with as the board called the Board Emeritus. And it's kind of like this weird, everybody's like, what do they do? What are they about? It's just a group of advisors. It's folks who have been around for a long time, who are able to give us counsel. We're able to call, run over some things when things are challenging in the boardroom. And I just want to say a special thanks to that group. They've meant a lot to me personally and to us as a board. And they're not all with us here, but I want to kind of just recognize that group. And I'm going to make them, anyone who's here, be awkward and come join me as well. But that group is Andrew Hubert, Ken Jaco, Jim Wall, Brian Lisson, Randy Smith, and then just voted to join the Board Emeritus, just nominated and approved this week. Very, very proud to bring Michelle Hepler into this group. So just want to say a couple things. I've got a plaque here for you, Randy. And this is for you. Y'all join in. We can take a quick picture. Don't go anywhere yet. Don't be leaving me. So Randy, for those of you who don't know, Randy's name is literally on the articles of incorporation of this association. He has been He has been an anchor in this community for many, many years. The backbone, one of the backbones of the association. Truly been an honor to have your counsel and your support, your leadership. This time that I've been on the board, it's meant a lot to me. And Michelle, I know that it was one of the proudest things I've been able to do to vote you on to the board emeritus as I was heading out the door. I know you're going to be great counsel to our board as well. Thank you both. Thank you too, Jim.
Yeah.
All right. I am done with my plaques, which means there's only one thing left to do. And my pleasure to bring Tom Leahy to the stage to present our Critical Link Award for 2023. As he's coming up, we're gonna play a list that I accidentally bumped earlier, play the list of the previous award winners.
Hi, everybody. And hello to the rest of you. Okay, everybody, team breath. All right, now, if you've heard this before, here it comes again. This is the most highest honor that we give. And what I'm going to ask of you, if you could grant us the privilege of silence for this award. And if you do have an important conversation or phone call, I'll give you a minute to head out the door. So, but if I had a pin, I think I could hear it drop, so it'd be good. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. I've decided to use technology this year. All right. Good evening. So my name's Tom Leahy. And it is my honor to be the coordinator of the Critical Link Award. This award is the highest honor presented by the professional vendor members, the PVMs of ACT. The Critical Link Award was created in 2003 by Cindy Walker, one of the fabulous women of ACT. In my experience, the women of ACT have, since Cindy's time, always significantly and consistently influenced the direction, tone, and success of this organization. Cindy is a past winner of this award, along with a long list of others, many still highly active. So thank you, fabulous women of ACT. Now, before I forget, I want to ask, would any past winners of the Critical Link Award please come up front so I don't forget to ask you at some point. So Mr. Ryan, come on up, please. All past winners of the Critical Link, come up front now. Here they come. Come on, Josh. Bear with me, they're slow. All right. Okay. All right, now Eric, behave. All right, here we go. Team breath. The Critical Link Award is given each year as a thoughtful and sincere thank you to a single member who has gone above and beyond over a long period of time. The selection process in brief. Each fall, the professional vendors are asked to nominate individuals they feel deserve this accolade. The committee of past winners then used the process of ranked choice voting and dialogue to select the winner. The committee follows a few simple tenets. Honor longer service. Identify significant contribution in multiple areas, and consider the high quality and integrity of the contribution. As I prepared for this speech, I've reflected at length as how we identify this person and what is the measure that makes these people stand out. And I'd like to share a perspective that I propose would be a pretty good description of a critical link. So I'm going to borrow something from Albert Bandura from his book, Social Learning Theory, or Self-Efficacy, the Exercise of Control. And what Mr. Bandura says is this: the word is called agency. Agency refers to the human capability to influence one's functioning and the course of events by one's actions. There are four functions through which human agency is exercised. One such function is intentionality. People form intentions that include action plans and strategies for realizing them. The second function involves temporal extension of agency through forethought. People set themselves goals and foresee likely outcomes of prospective action to guide and motivate their efforts anticipatorily. Big word. The third agentic function is self-reactiveness. Agents are not only planners and forethinkers, they are also self-regulators. And fourth, the fourth agentic function is self-reflectiveness. People are not only agents, they are self-examiners of their own functioning. Through functional self-awareness, they reflect their personal efficacy, the soundness of their thoughts and actions, the meaning of their pursuits, and make corrective adjustments if necessary. So these people really focus and work really hard. People exercise their influence through three critical links exercise their influence through three forms of agency: individual, proxy, and collective. In agency exercised individually, critical links bring their influence to bear on what they can control. In the proxy agency, critical links influence others who have the resources, knowledge, and means to act on their behalf to secure the outcomes that they desire. And in the exercise of collective agency, critical links pool their knowledge, skills, and resources and act in concert to shape their future. I propose that the critical link has deeply developed agency, and I think the evidence stands in front of you right now. So tonight's, I'm about done. So tonight's recipient, I know you will join me in saying well done and thank you, and there'll certainly be that time. But first, I'd like to welcome Josh Todd. Come on up here. And Josh, our tradition is a former winner, will introduce the next winner. So take it away, Josh.
All right. Well, unlike Tom, I'm still on paper. Haven't moved to technology yet. But as your wine sponsor tonight, I hope you guys are having a good time. I'm a little partial to the red, but the Chardonnay's not bad either. But so visit our cellar. Come on by. So it's my honor to present the 2023 Critical Link Award. Similar to past recipients, this individual exudes and often exceeds the qualities described just now by Mr. Leahy. They have selflessly volunteered untold hours to this association and have been pivotal in the growth and success of ACCT and the industry. For example, the conference as we know it today would not be what it is without their commitment to excellence and perfection. So before I continue, I would like to call an individual up here to the podium. This individual is going to give us a little personal insight into this year's winner and to honor the winner in a special way. I ask Brenda Reed, please come to the podium.
Thank you, Mr. Todd.
It's Josh.
Josh.
My name's
Todd.
on the bottom.
I'm gonna go ahead and sandwich this with technology, follow up using my technology. But before I begin, Josh, I think it's important to recognize the areas alongside the ACCT where this person is a critical link. Not only does this include work, but just as importantly, family. And because this individual has such a life full of love and family, I would like to ask some very special people to join me near the stage before I continue. Oh my God.
Louder.
Rendering.
Rendering.
I have a whole speech for someone else. And
Wait, I'm not done with mine
Okay,
yet.
go
Okay, you sit and work on, what you're gonna say. Just put your name where the stuff was gonna be. So, all right, now the fun starts. Okay. So we're gonna go through her accomplishments because we do this every year. But at this point, after that, I was like, I can just throw my notes away. I don't have to talk anymore. We're going, but all right, I'm gonna do it justice. I'm gonna continue on. Many of you may or may not know, but in 1999, Brenda Reed began her career as a volunteer for ACCT. She was on the service crew. This is before they were yellow hats. From 2005 to 2008, she served as a conference co-chair or chair. 2009 to 2013, she was chair of PR marketing, where she oversaw the rebranding, which included a new logo, which actually looks a whole lot like my logo, which I don't mind, but she works with rope work, so we'll talk about that later. 2014 to 2016, she was chair of the Practitioner Certification Committee, where she oversaw the creation of a test bank for testing for all potential people taking the test. I still don't even know what that is, honestly. She's always talking about doing that. They're like, okay, whatever, it's not installation. So 2017 to the present, she's been on the vendor accreditation panel, which used to be AKA review committee. Yeah, okay. So, all right, let's get to the personal stuff. So I first met Brenda, and she's going to probably correct me, in the early 2000s. I want to say 2003 or 4. Is that correct? Okay, good. All right, wait. We got her flustered so I can say what I want. Good. All right. She asked for a decrease in her pay recently. No, wait, never. So I was inspecting the challenge course at Texas A&M University. Yeah, okay, I'm a Longhorn, so you guys just keep it down. So as I made my way around the course, I noticed a very tall, hold on, not like, Tom is, very tall individual with distinct hair. I was like, who hired Sideshow Bob? Brenda was quietly and diligently tearing down the gear after a day of programming. We both silently performed our tasks at height and only briefly spoke once we were on the ground. I had no idea that chance meeting would forever change both of our lives. Before I knew it, she was a part of the RopeWorks family. Don't know when exactly. She just showed up one day. I don't think I ever officially hired her or she officially accepted. She just started working and I just started writing checks. So she, for almost 2 decades, she has developed the RopeWorks training department into an efficient and highly effective machine. Over the years, she has also become a member of my family. I view her as a sister that I never had. Okay, now I'm gonna lose it. So my wife often refers to her as my work wife. People, oh, that's so cool. Your wife accepts, I was like, no, it's not cool. Because I leave my house to go to work and there's someone at work going, you eat too fast. You need to stretch more in the morning. You say inappropriate things at the wrong time, which that's what inappropriate things are, right? The wrong time. So yeah, I can't get away. But Brenda has also kindly taken my family into her family. I was honored to officiate her wedding to Nicole. And equally honored to get to be a part of this awesome dude right here, Langston Reed. Got to see a flag football game where I know a kid who scored a touchdown. So, Brenda, wait, you mean a lot to me, and you've earned this. And I know you don't, think you did, or you think so more appreciative, but you deserve it. Okay.
So thank you. And I'm usually pretty good off the cuff, but I'm like shaking. And now I get what all y'all have been talking about. Thank you. No, I just, I'm going to keep it short because it really is. I mean, they tricked me. I mean, like I was expecting not these people to walk out, but anyway, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. It's been an honor to be a part of this organization for so long, and to be around all these amazing people, and everybody has so much to contribute. And I think that if you're sitting out there and wondering, what you can do next, you can join and keep the passion going for the spirit of this aerial adventure industry. And I feel blessed to be in the company of these people tonight, and I'm truly shocked and shaky. So I'm just going to leave it at that, and thank you.
Holy cow, 10 out of 10. I approve of that reveal. That was awesome. If you don't know, the winner of that award is actually kept secret. No one knows who it is. I mean, a few people know. I didn't know. It's always a surprise to me as well. So it's very exciting. So congratulations, Brenda. And thank you for your service, certainly. So as we finish up here, I love that we sit at these round tables and we have this community. It's always a great feeling. I think if this is your first conference and you hadn't been here before, this award at the end might have seemed a little bit over the top, but I think excellent because it's so important. The people of this community are what is so important. We build fancy things in trees and people have fun and all that. And I guess people make a few bucks, but the important part, I think, and the reason I love it, is the people and the community and the friendships. Right? So I have to be honest, though, we did have I'm calling it an audible because we had some technical difficulties with our raffle. So we're going to do a Facebook Live raffle picking later, maybe next week. Melissa needs to wait some time off, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. We'll get it, but you're still in, so don't worry on that. We also had some technical difficulties because normally what I do at this time is show a slideshow of the last several days of everybody enjoying themselves. So close your eyes, think in your mind, oh, there was that awesome time on Thursday and Wednesday. Oh, right, I remember, oh, yes, oh. That's what you would have done, the fun times that we had. But I'm gonna show that on the Facebook, so I'll share that as well and probably in our newsletter. So thank you for bearing with me on that part, our little audible there. I do believe we have a few things though that I do want to announce. That the presentations for next year, the application is open. So if you're in the app, if you go to the little hamburger menu on the bottom right, it brings up that more stuff. That's where that 2024 presentation is. You can apply for that starting now. It's also on the linktree.com/actinfo. All of that is there as well. I also think that do we have a person getting ready to model? Lee, do we have a modeler? He's working on it. He's hiding. He's working on it. I will stall. Oh, nope, getting ready. Okay, we got time. No, we're good. We don't have to go quite yet. I do also just want to thank the banquet staff for providing this meal for us and giving good service. So a little thank you to the banquet staff. A few of them left. And my audio guys, so thank you for that. I do appreciate that. And I do want to say that we're going to be back together again next year. It's going to be a long year, but we'll be back together in Oklahoma City, which is kind of exciting. And I have a little preview of that.
I was raised to believe in the power of possibility, to always move forward, but never forget where I came from, to value hard work, ingenuity, and hospitality. On one hand, my people are rough and rugged. On the other, refined and elegant. They taught me how to love beautiful things and cherish my past, to seek out adventure, eat well, and to have a good time. So I keep their traditions alive every place I go. They call me Oklahoma City, but you can call me the modern frontier.
Well, dang, that looks fun, doesn't it? I'm certainly going to enjoy seeing everybody again there. When we do this raffle, I just want to be clear, there is a prize that seems especially exciting to me and probably to you too. And we have a model to show it to us. Rich, will you join us on stage in your vintage harness that for the low, low price of whatever the raffle is, you can win. I should also add that we have there, yes, important clarification. You're buying the harness, not the wearer, not the model. But look at this. I'm not sure you're buying any form of safety, but, oh, no. We do also have some live auction items that weren't yet won, but they're still available. We're selling those at that reserve price, so you can check that out. And my gosh, this is one of those sets. It's vintage.
Look at that set.
That almost seems inappropriate, but we're going to move on. I just want to thank everybody for coming out. This is a great closing ceremony. It's always wonderful to get everybody in the same room and talk and eat together and break bread, so to speak. We do have one more thing, though. We're not done. You're not just going to stop and get up and walk away. Eric, would you come up and join me on stage to let people know what might be happening here in just a few stalling moments?
You'll be all right. You just stand there and look good. You do your job. You look good. I had one of those that burnt up in the fire, God, a long time ago. So welcome to Portland. We love this place and we love our association and we love everyone around here. We were thinking about the conference coming to Portland.
Try to get it out of your mind.
Yeah, I'm trying. I know. Just like, it's going to take some time. Rich and I have had a lot of experiences in the past. Some of them we're not going to tell you about. So we wanted to thank everybody for two things. One, joining us in our beautiful city and enjoying our beautiful weather that we ordered up for everyone. But more importantly, we wanted to thank everybody for being a part of growing an industry. When you look at the mass number of volunteers in this room and support people in this room, it just blows my mind away. The people that keep coming back time and time and time again, who aren't part of the industry anymore, and they keep volunteering and they just love it here and they love being a part of our organization. We watch this thing, I watch this thing. Some of us have watched this thing for a very, very long time, grow, mature, and change through all the growing pains and whatnot. So we wanted to take a moment and actually bring together some really cool people. There's been some discussions for a while about, hey, there's some great musicians out there. Let's pull them together and have some fun. So we pushed a guy named Don Stock in front of us all. Let's give him a big hand. This has been a dream of Don's for a very long time, to be able to showcase his passion and his love for this industry and this organization and for music. So we have wrapped up a group called the Rope Wranglers and are going to play together for us tonight in the next room over with a little cocktail party and after party. So we wanted to say thank you to everybody and come join us and have a great evening. Oh, wait. You know what this means? The conference is over. We're all done and we're stepping into the next part, which is the party. Ready? Let's do it. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you in Oklahoma. All right, cue up the band.